ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daryl, aka the Grandmaster Ranger. I have no idea if many of you have heard of me or not. I kind of get around. I have worked upon WorkCon for several years. I'm here promoting that show, but today I'm going to be moderating the Power Rangers Wild Force panel, which means I will be down there screening questions and making sure everybody, you guys, including the cast, have a good time. So, who here can tell who I'm dressed as today? Okay, guess who we are not going to ask questions about today? Okay, we respect the actors. We've watched your show. We get it all the time. I have my good friend here, Joe. Joe, can you stand up real quick? My really massive 6-foot-tall friend here. I will be screening questions. We're going to just talk away. We can talk about Cole Evans as much as we want, guys, okay? We can talk about Cole Evans, we can talk about Forever Red, we can do all that. But we're going to respect Ricardo Medina, and we're not going to ask any questions about him. When you come up to ask your questions over at the line, I will screen them. If you try to be sneaky or clever and be that cool, edgy guy, we're going to have my large friend Joe or someone politely escort you out the building. Okay, we're being viewed by, several people today. We've got Kevin, the director, recording us. We're on live Rachel's chat. We're getting this panel recorded. It's going to be etched in memory. All right, next year is the 20th anniversary of this show. I'm sorry, 15th anniversary of this show. And we're all here to have a good time, right? Right. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start introducing the actors up to the stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Black Bison, the Ox Ranger. Can I please get Chuck Guzman up? And then can I please get the beautiful, the wonderful White Tiger Ranger, Jessica Ray? And then it is not a Wild Horse team without the second command, the beautiful Yellow Ranger, Allison Sullivan. The performance and opportunity lecturer, Silver Ranger, Philip Andrew up to the stage. And what would Merritt be without his Princess Shayla? Guys, can I get up our lovely princess? Actually in the dress and everything. I have no idea where Philip is at this second. He is on his way. I have a good idea what he's getting. Okay, so all right, so ladies and gentlemen, our fantastic Wild Force cast, can we give them a round of applause? We're probably going to do one more big round of applause when Philip shows up.
Yeah. Let's make him dance.
Yeah, we're going to make Philip do all kinds of embarrassing stuff. But if you guys are interested in asking questions, can I please have a lineup right over here?
Actually, it'd be funny if when he comes in, everybody just yells and says, "You're just a kid."
Yeah. I get the joke. Okay. So. Okay. Whoa.
Just you guys in line over here. If you would cross
Okay.
down a little bit so that this side of the room can still see.
Yeah, let's be a little bit curtsy.
As much as you can. You're doing a great job. I know.
Okie dokie. So, without further ado, let's get the first question. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Shark Ranger, Philip Gina Murray. And now we have our entire Wild Force cast here, ladies and gentlemen. Now back to our first question.
I'm getting at one more obvious question, by the way. Obviously, your characters had their partner animals chosen for the whole show. If you yourself were chosen to be a Wild Force Ranger rather than your character, what animal do you think would be your partner Zord?
I've actually thought about this question before, so I'd say the gorilla. Love the gorilla.
gotta think about mine.
Dolphin, because I make a really good dolphin noise. Maybe I'll do it later with some more alcohol like last night. And you know I will.
I think I'd pick a honey badger. Because those guys are badass. They just do whatever they want, you know what I mean? So I'd be a honey badger.
Honey badger don't give
I actually really liked the elephant. I would definitely not choose the rat. Because I think what I got at the end, right? Yeah, like a rat. A rat.
All because we're owned by Disney.
What's up with that?
Probably an eagle. Large and fly. And it's the symbol of the head of all of them, so probably that.
Well, I actually was not a ranger, so I don't know. But if I had to choose, what about one of you? Do one of you have maybe an idea of what you could say? Yes?
Deer.
A deer!
Of course.
Oh! Okay. Thank you, Bison.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so what was the best part about playing the Wild Force family? Like, what was your reaction to how you brought this? It wasn't like teamwork. It was more like you were a whole bunch of family, you know? You brought a whole family to the show. Not like, you know, you got to know each other first, but you experienced how family would be an important thing upon the Rangers. How was that?
I got it.
I think that Taylor, I think she came from a very small family. I think that's pretty obvious. I think she was probably an only child. And for her, you can probably see her transition from sort of kind of being a loner to more of a team player throughout the season. And it's because of the other Rangers teaching her that I think she looked at them less as, we're this team, but more like, oh no, we're a group of friends, we're a family. So I think they taught Taylor how to love more and to be a better teammate.
I think for me, it's I guess a two-part answer. As an actor, it was phenomenal because it's amazing to have such a great job, and the part that I played, for those of you that saw me last night, is completely different than who I really am. So, and then as the character, it was just great because, like she said, she was kind of like the mother figure. We had the younger sister, and then we had us two, just like two brothers. So it was definitely a family, and the time we spent a lot of time working. Awesome.
Just like any other, when you have family, sometimes your family members get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of it, it's still love. It's still love, right? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's all love. And so I think just having to deal with that and just learning to love one another unconditionally, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I hope that answers your question. Or you, man. Hey.
Trying to steal the show all the time. No, I would agree with what Phil said as an actor, but as my character, I think Alyssa was pretty like nurturing. She was always the one that was like cooking and tending to the other guy's wounds. When she wasn't
She was the glue.
when she wasn't beating them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally.
I think for Merrick, it obviously showed he was the outcast. So even though I didn't hang out with them, it showed the love that I had for all of them. Whenever they were in trouble, I showed up. I was there for them, and that's kind of how like we are in real life too. We've always kept in touch with each other. If anybody needs anything, they know to call any one of us, and you know.
And at 10 at night.
Even at 10 at night, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and I think, well, as the princess on the show, I learned later on in life after doing Power Rangers Wild Force that the producers and directors who hired me saw something in myself that I hadn't yet discovered, and that is very much a motherly figure. So I think my part on the show, even though I had a crush on Merrick, he was my boyfriend on the show. He was my boyfriend on the show, but it was like doing Wild Force was perfect, and I'm not just saying that because of nature and how attention I am with nature and love nature and the beauty in animals and peace and bringing the Rangers together and being that that balance, trying to be that balance. You did it so well.
Hi, this one is for Allison, the Yellow Ranger. In the team up between Time Force and Wild Force, the Yellow Ranger and the Quantum Ranger was shown to have kind of a relationship. So,
You guys know I love talking about this.
do you think those two ended up together?
No. Honey, when I can go back to the Air Force and I have all those young boys to choose from, I think I'm going to choose just one. Taylor wouldn't be happy with just one. Right? And who could put up with Taylor for very long, really? Let's be honest. But it's very sweet that some of you liked our flirtation, and it was nice to see Taylor soften up a little bit and I'm like, oh, okay, she does like boys. Because I heard last night that there was a rumor that Taylor liked girls, and I was like, hey, she liked both. She's a chip off the old block. Thank you for your question. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My question is, well, first of all, thank you all for coming, for being this awesome and for doing the show. That was spectacular. In the new movie, a lot of themes got explored, including feminism and inclusion of other, difficult storylines that don't get portrayed as much in the show. One of them, the empowerment of women through this show, through Power Rangers, have been a theme for the longest time. However, we have yet to see a leading image of a female ranger be the actual original from the get-go. Because they do get an episode, or they do get the beginning, and then the Red Ranger comes in. So I was wondering, do you think that we're moving towards that direction?
Well, if you guys saw the film, did everyone here see the film? 12 times? Wow. It was good. In theaters? Oh, that was a pretty penny. Did you guys get the feeling from that film that that's where it's going? I didn't. And the Red Ranger was the typical. I enjoyed the film a lot, but the Red Ranger was I'd like to see a totally different looking Red Ranger personally, totally, especially when it's the film. But do you girls think that? We were all really strong. Even Princess Shayla was strong.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to add to that because that's a really interesting question, and something that I think as women we think about, throughout. I personally in my life love that I'm a woman, and I want to be a woman, and I want to stay a woman. I don't want to be my husband. I don't want to take his job. I can still have my own strength and beauty and still tend to my husband as my man. So it brings me great joy to bring him a glass of iced tea or to make him a nice dinner. That doesn't make me any weaker. To me, it makes me a stronger person because of that security. And sorry I went off on that, but I feel very strongly about that.
That was awesome.
I love you too. Beautifully
you need to talk to my wife.
He's kidding.
JK.
I mean, I agree with both of y'all. I agree with both of you. Whatever. I agree with both of you, ladies. I mean, I love what you just said. And, yeah. Ditto.
And I think as the men, we'll just stick with what the women said. We might get in trouble.
Hi guys, how you guys doing?
Good.
Okay. Good. Thanks. Okay, so I'm very appreciative of this fandom and how we're all brought together. So this question's going to be for Jessica, but I want everyone to give her a round of applause for Jessica. She's actually the one that inspired Mikey to put together Rangerstop. So
That warms my heart. As an entrepreneur, that makes me feel really good.
that was my question basically. Is how do you feel after that?
How do I feel? Well, question answered. No, that makes me feel good. I love encouraging other entrepreneurs to do their thing and to follow their dreams, and not just to have an idea, but to actually like make it happen. So I mean, I'm a swimsuit designer who can't swim. I also can't draw, and I also can't sew, but I'm doing my thing, you know. So yeah, I love it. It makes me feel really good. And I don't know where he is, but where is he? I love you,
If you had a different power in law enforcement, what would it be? I don't think you worded it correctly.
He's asking if
I would be like, does anyone remember that show Out of This World? That girl Evie?
Yes.
And like freeze everybody but herself, and then she could like go touch people. That would be my power.
I can't follow up after that. Gosh. I've always wanted to fly. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you fly too high, it'll be way too cold. So I need to invent some sort of like jacket or suit that'll not let me. There you go. Yeah, I would love to fly.
Why be you when you can be Iron Man?
I would say probably the Hulk, because he has green eyes like I do, and I used to think I was him. And I don't know, he's strong. Like, yeah, when I get angry, they're still green.
You guys weren't at the 90s party yesterday? You didn't see? He turned into Hulk. He turned into Hulk
I
yesterday.
guess he's also strong like Danny. So, yeah, probably the Hulk.
I'd like to be invisible. You know, come up behind Master Org and put my sword through his back. Just end it there, right? Because he was a troublemaker.
100 times the speed of Bruce Lee.
I would love to have potions, you know, for different things. That would be way cool. Like the show Once Upon a Time, I'm just, yes. I don't get a chance to watch much TV, but my daughter and I are really into that show. And just to make potions, and especially like potions for kindness, obviously. Things that might sound boring because controversy seems to keep people going, but just for peace and kindness and compassion. So I'd have lots of very loving potions. And then maybe in a lockbox somewhere, a few other ones, just in case I needed that.
Hope and willpower. Great question.
What's your guys' favorite mythical creature?
The Loch Ness Monster? My bad. That's real. What about Bigfoot?
vanished. So.
She wasn't really there.
Exactly, mythical in itself. All right, our next question.
Hi. It's an honor to actually meet you guys, first of all, and this is my second Rangerstop to attend. My question to you is, since In Space did the collide with the Ninja Turtles, if there was any other kind of mutant or superhero you'd want to team up with?
I'm a Marvel fan, so I'd say the Avengers. Let's do the Avengers. Let's go. Okay, and then Iron Man can let me have his suit and teach me how to fly.
Ditto.
Deadpool.
Say Batman.
Can I say Harry Potter? Yeah. Harry Potter. Yeah, because magic is cool.
Yes, can I share your answer?
Yes.
Yeah, we just got into Harry Potter too. I'm kind of behind on the times now, but I would say Harry Potter too. While they're speaking and figuring out questions, stuff like that, I thought of a potion that would be my most favorite, and that would be one to just totally take away diseases.
Don't cry.
I would like that one. And all that kind of stuff.
Are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Cool.
My question's for Philip Andrew. When you were playing American, you were in the pool hall playing pool and getting your stage wisdom from the bartender, Willie. How many of those shots did you actually make?
I think 0. I think we had to get a couple of the PAs or anybody say, hey, who's good in pool? I think somebody actually asked that. Who's good in pool? So I think we had about 4 or 5 people try and make that shot across the whole table. Because that was the first one, and obviously I couldn't get it. So, but I think somebody finally got it. And I think we missed that shot, and somebody else had to get up there. The gate was like not checked right or something. Somebody else had to get up there and do it, but it took us a while. But we got it done. I could have said that was awesome.
What would you say was your favorite animal on Wild Course other than the first one you were given?
Is this everybody?
Everybody?
Yeah.
I think the gorilla.
Elephant? Least favorite? Rat.
Surprise there.
I grew to love the giraffe. I was kind of mad and hating that I had a giraffe. I'm like, a giraffe? What the hell is a giraffe gonna do, man? He just got a long neck. He's just chilling and hanging out. But I saw him do his thing with the Megazord, and I was like, go giraffe. Do your thing. You know?
I thought my Bearzords as the kids were really creepy. Did anyone else?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that at all. I didn't understand that. I just like my eagle because she's amazing. I like to ride her and fly with her. But the Bearzords I thought were just creepy. Those kids.
I liked all of them.
Following on from your earlier comment about Harry Potter, which Hogwarts house do you think you'd be sorted into?
Can you name them all again just to Slytherin?
Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw.
You'll find out next door.
While they think I'm more of a Game of Thrones guy.
You guys are gonna be mad at me. I have not watched one Harry Potter movie. Please don't unfollow me.
You're not the only one.
Please love us still. Please. Thank you for going before me. Okay, he's with us. He's with us.
You guys at least watch Star Wars, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Star Trek?
What about Star Trek?
I love Star Wars.
What about the Wild
I worked
That's why I'm not following.
Princess, you look beautiful in your dress.
Thank you.
And would you please repeat the story last night with you and Allison in the bloopers when you got bit with the ants? Please, thank you.
What?
So the ant story. Yeah, we were talking last night in After Dark, or wherever we were. They were talking about one of the worst experiences, and the one that Alice and I generally bring up when we're together. We talk about is we were in the woods, and I don't remember why we were. Maybe you were saving me from something, or we were looking for something, and so they said cut. So we kind of had to just stand there and wait till they shot again, and we were standing in a pile of ants. Big black ants. Do you want to finish the rest of the story? So yes, I as the princess, I was trying to be, easy and go, oh, I think I feel something. Something's crawling on my leg. And Alice was like, are you okay? And she picked up my dress and saw just hundreds of ants going up my dress and on my stockings. And she saved me that day. She was like, stop, cut, stop filming, we got it. She's full of ants. And before you know, she was full of ants, so we were running
And I
around.
had black pants and black shoes on. So I couldn't, so I was like, where do I take off my pants?
Right. We were in the middle of the woods with at least 20 crew.
And some were very cute. That one. I know.
What is your favorite hobby?
I love to lay in bed and watch TV.
I ice skate. And I feel like a fool. But I do it anyway.
His favorite hobby is skating too.
I'm a nerd. I'm a gamer. I don't know if you guys play games. PS4 all day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a stress reliever, man. Like when the kids are asleep, wife is asleep, let me just get 1 hour in and just forget about life and focus on, video games. It can be.
Betting on football games.
That is funny. I love it. I love roller coasters. My daughter and I are always online, looking at the longest roller coasters in the world. And so that would be our bucket list of.
You should have been with us at Epcot the other day.
I should
girl.
have. I wasn't here yet. I know. But yeah, I love roller coasters and that adrenaline for sure.
Hi, Garnet.
Gabriel.
You got a question?
What's up, Gabriel? My man.
You got a question? You like?
That's
All
all
right.
right.
What's your question? What's your question, buddy? Oh, you're just being all okay. You look very determined.
Yeah, man. Everybody take a look at this kid. You are pretty amazing, brother. Love your style. Love how polite you are. And you've been a really cool fan.
And he's wearing a tie. Okay, so I'm looking around and I don't see a line anymore for questions. Guys, how often do you get all the Wild Force Rangers here? Does
Where are the questions from Cookies Brazil?
Does anyone have any? Yeah. Oh, we have one. Okay. What do we got, bud?
What was your favorite Zord to pile all the time? What was your favorite Zord to pile?
Yeah, 'cause you guys had a lot of combinations of Wild Force,
Can I borrow that real quick?
Oh, sure.
Thank you, man. This is, I don't know what other formations we had, but this one is pretty awesome because look where the bullhorns are. So that formation is the best.
Can we get a selfie with you guys?
Yeah.
Bill will take it from this way. So. Oh, is there one more question?
We got like one more question.
Two.
Oh, two more questions. We got two more questions.
My favorite episode was when Tanaka came back and fought you, but
Me?
no. But at the end, my favorite line was when you said, "Let's party." I was just wondering how many times did you have to say that?
Let's party?
Yeah, like how many takes did it take?
I still say it to this day. I did a lot of research, my friend. I'm still doing research. Yes. Let's party. Who was at the 90s party? We have a good time? Hey, we was getting turned up. We was having a good time.
Okay, so for the scene where Philip, you, like, when you were battling the bowling monster, when the fiery bowling ball, how many shoots did it have to take to do that scene?
Yeah, well, so that was when we were morphed already, right? We were pretty much in our suits, right? I want to say. So that was the Japanese footage. So then I think they just kind of intercut that. But like, we shot that in Santa Clarita at a bowling alley, and it was with, oh my God, why am I blanking out on the brother's name? Yeah, he was like my mentor from Laverne and Shirley, the actor. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on his name. But it was a great episode. Everyone was very supportive, you know, especially when, you know, because it was like 43 episodes in the season, and everyone kind of got their little episode to kind of shine, and everyone was really supportive as far as like supporting one another, because we were like, oh, it's your episode, well, I don't really care, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna do my lines here, and whatever, you know. They were just really supportive when it came to like running lines, everything that it may be. So
basically, you guys did a series where not only did you like do each episode together, but you did your own separate episodes, so you can show more of each and every one of the characters' stories.
exactly, you're right, absolutely.
First of all, Wild Horses is one of my favorite seasons. My question is, we found out how Danny and Taylor became, well, actually, no, it was Max and Taylor, how they became Rangers, but we never figured out how Alyssa and Danny became Rangers. If you could write your own episodes, what would you want to happen?
I thought you figured out how Alyssa became a Power Ranger. No?
We never saw how she got her animal crystal.
I don't know.
Me either.
I really thought it was in a father's footsteps. No? It was. Now your homework is to go on Netflix and rewatch that episode 100 times. And then email me.
I really don't remember, honestly. I remember I worked at the flower shop, but I don't know how I got my Zord. I think I just showed up.
Yeah, no, mine was like, I was supposed to meet my dad at school, and that, like, my teacher was like, she didn't show up, and my dad was like, "Rrr," and then he like goes off to find me, and then there I am, like, fighting, right? Homework, people, go do your homework. Right there, right there.
Since you like skating, would you ever do roller derby?
Maybe. I'm not really good on roller skates. I'm actually not really very good on ice skates either.
I do roller derby, and it's getting really big, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, that would be a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Has anyone here seen that awesome reading promo that I did with Phil during the season? Go look for it. It's amazing. Amazing. We loved filming it.
So I just wanted to know what was the biggest difference when it switched over from Saban to Disney? And also, doesn't that make Shayla a Disney princess?
I think I just might have found my prince.
I think the biggest difference was, from what we've heard, that we actually got paid.
And we were union.
Yeah, and then also, but I do think we got sold short a bit because once Disney picked it up, they were kind of looking forward to the new season instead of us, so we didn't do many appearances and things like that. And we didn't even have the episode where someone, what's it called? The team up, sorry, the team up episode. So it was great and fun and all that, but yeah, there was a couple things that I think we were missing because we were Disney.
Yeah, we didn't get any like official shots in our, you know, holding our helmet with our spandex or whatever you call it on. By the way, I'm wearing my spandex later.
Yo, it was so weird. We had to like print out photos. The office had to print out photos of us because we wanted to reach out to the fans because we were getting fan mail and stuff like that, and they were asking for autographs, and we had to print out photos on a copier upstairs in the office. Like they didn't give us any publicity photos at all. Yeah.
Thank you all for putting up with all that and sticking with us.
That's real.
This is for all you guys. What was your reaction as soon as you found out that you were about to be a Power Ranger or Princess Shayla?
Well, she read for my character and I read for her character.
Are you
so
serious?
I was shocked that I was a ranger because I didn't know that I was reading for a ranger.
Right. Could everyone hear Allison? That was the thing, is I read for the Yellow Ranger and Allison read for the Princess. So when we got our calls, they said, Amber, you booked, you know, Power Rangers. I was like, that is awesome. They said, you'll be playing the role of Princess Shayla. And I was like, who's Princess Shayla? I mean, it's still awesome, but who is she? So very excited, of course. Then I just needed to get into my princess mode rather than my yellow mode.
It was my first like TV audition. I had been doing commercials, but that's it. So I had no idea what I was reading for. I thought it was like a walk-on role, and I'm like, dude, they like call people back 7 times to like just walk on and say one line. I'm so confused. But when they called me, I was shocked, and then I was like scared to tell my parents because I was in grad school, and they would not be happy with me. They were happy when they saw the first episode on TV. They were like, that's my daughter! They weren't happy up until that point.
I was crying, like tears of joy, super excited. Told my mom, you know, because my mom is one of my biggest fans, and you know, this whole acting thing, has a lot of ups and downs, and yeah, it changed my life. I was super pumped, so it was great.
I was on a set of CSI. You guys know that show? And, I was just, again, I was doing background, so I had to I was eating breakfast and my agent called me, told me, so I had to play it off, and I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. Then I walked off to where there was nobody, and of course I was like, beep, 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 beep. It was awesome. I was just jumping like a little kid. And the beep, beep, beeps were just bad words.
My agent called me and said, okay, well, I'd like to talk to you about your auditions for the Power Rangers. I said, just stop. I've gone 6 times. I'm just not going to go again. They obviously keep losing all the footage of all of my auditions because they had us read the same dialogue every single time. So when you read the same dialogue every single time and it's on tape, you're like, why do they want me to drive 40 miles there and back again? Why? So they're obviously losing it. And I was at the Glenmore Galleria, I don't know when I was doing there, and you know, I said, I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. I'm never driving up there ever again. She said, well, that's good because you actually booked the part as a Yellow Ranger. And I was just dumbfounded. I was just like, I was shocked. I'm like, they want me to play a ranger? Me? You know? But I was blown away, and I still am. So.